right then. Aye, everybody watching at home, this is something different. Welcome to a new segment we got. No Behaviour PSA. It's the public service announcement. Now, you got to understand, you know me and Loonz, we care about you lot, man. We care about the youth, them. We care about the whole fan base, everybody watching. So from time to time, we're going to bring you lot some gems and some information, how we can help you lot. Because I'm a firm believer of knowledge is power, I lie?
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? When you know better, you do better. So I don't know how often we're going to do it, but every so often, when we got something that we feel like is worthwhile sharing with you, we're going to give you the gems. We're going to let you lot. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And today, we have a very special guest, the lovely Norma Cassius.
Hi.
Don't be shy now. Nah, just to give you a bit of information, Norma is a personal money management advisor. Consultant. Personal money management consultant. And a qualified psychotherapist as well. So, if you need any, you know. Author. Yeah.
And life coach.
Amen.
And life coach. So, she's got a book out here called Think Like a Bank. And this is what we wanted to talk about today and share some information. So how you feeling, Norma? How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, I'm well, thank you. Excited to get my knowledge out there to help as many people as I possibly can.
Is that the aim, just to help?
Yeah, it's really to help, and the ultimate goal is to financially transform as many lives as possible. My focus is millennials because that seems to be where a lot of them are struggling with their money, and debt is such a big issue for them. So I'm the person, and my team is the team to work with to sort that out.
Okay. See, here you go. It's for everybody as well. It's from all kinds of skills. Don't matter how much money you got, you can get your mind right. If you got bad credit, you can even help the roadman out there as well.
Absolutely.
See, there you go. Yeah. So yeah, give us a little bit more information about yourself and your background and just the information that you want to be sharing today.
Okay. So basically, thank you for that introduction, Andre. I'm gonna be myself today, so I might be a bit road myself, but you know, I really want to be able to relate to everybody.
Of course, that's the best way.
Out there that is listening today. So basically, as Andre said, I'm a money management consultant and a psychotherapist. And what I've done is I've combined my two areas of expertise together to create a money management program called Think Like a Bank. And it's designed to work with millennials. And the reason why I'm focused on millennials, because for a few reasons, I have 3 millennials myself. I have friends that have lots of millennials, and I have family that have millennials. And more importantly, the Financial Conduct Authority state that people between the ages of 25 to 34 have the most debt in the UK. So you can see how much of an issue that is. The Office of National Statistics state that household debt is £119 billion. And on top of that, the International Advisors Organisation state that 3/4 of the UK lack financial education.
100%.
And they say that 77% of people of the UK, the UK population, have stated that they had no financial education. Now,
sorry to cut you. What would like financial education consist of? Like,
basically, in a nutshell, it's how to manage your money. Yeah. That's financial education. So it's budgeting, learning how to save, learning how to invest. And I don't even think that's oversight. I think it's actually intentional. I think the powers above, meaning the government and all the final institutions, purposely have not put financial education into the education system.
Of course.
To keep people in their certain classes. For example, the working class, the middle class, and the upper class. Yeah, they've not given us a chance. So for working class, at this present time, in the financial world, they're not even called working class, they're called the working poor. Because when they go to work and they get their salary, they pay their bills, nothing left.
Yeah.
Nothing left. So they class them as the working poor. And me and my company, the Think Like a Bank company, are here to bridge that gap. Because we're here to give you the financial education to take you from whatever class you are to the next level.
So, okay, let me ask you, if someone's earning £1,800 a month and their bills are £1,750, what can you do to help them?
If they're bringing home £1,800 a month.
Yeah, and their bills, including rent, add up to maybe 1,700 quid.
The
How
fir-
can they?
the first thing I would look at is their outgoings.
Mm.
Because your bills might be 1,750, but what are your bills? Because a lot of people have
Rent.
Netflix, they have all these different things that are going out that are unnecessary, or they have things that they could get better deals on, and nobody's looking at that. They whatever they've got, they've just got it, and they're just paying what they need to pay without revising what they've got, and it's something that you have to do on a consistent basis.
Of course. You know, like necessity is like there's not necessity is not one thing. Like it's just what's necessary for you, though. Do you know what I mean? So you see, like the younger generation, like the millennials, probably Netflix is probably a necessity for them. Do you get it?
Sure.
So that is something like an internet. Do you know what I mean? Like I know my mum could probably live without the internet. Do you see what I'm saying? But I probably couldn't.
But so, for example, Netflix. So Netflix, I'm not even sure because I've not even got Netflix, but I know it's something like £13 or £15. Is it a month?
A month.
Yeah, but you can have 3 people on that.
Yeah.
So 3 devices. So one person can pay for the Netflix and 2 other people can benefit.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
So that can even be between friends.
Yeah.
That alone, if one friend pays for it, somebody else could pay for something else. That alone can bring
Of
your
course,
bill
teamwork
down.
make the dream work. Of course,
Absolutely.
100,
So it's
100.
thinking smart, because think like a bank is not about working hard. It's about thinking smart
course.
and making your money work for you.
Yeah, of course. There's a saying, it's not hard work, it's work smart, isn't it?
Absolutely. And people don't know how to work smart. So that's where we come in to teach you everything you need to know, from looking at your outgoings to see what you can juggle around. Because like you say, if you're earning 1,800 and 1,750 is your bills, let's see what we can look at to change what you've got going out. Do you know what I mean?
So you just say, look, you just run through everything that you
Absolutely.
do, everything that what your outgoings is, and we see how much we can scale it down.
Absolutely.
And then do what? Save the rest of it, or
Absolutely. Save the rest of it. Or if you've got debt, start looking at paying off that debt. And I have strategies to help you pay off that debt. I mean, some people's credit scores are on the floor. And we love those sort of people to work with because they think there's no hope. And because they've not got that education of how to turn that around. That's where we come in to show you how you can turn that around. On your own, you wouldn't know what to do, but there are tricks and tips that you can use to help you turn that around.
But you see, like me, I think I'm one of those people. Yeah?
I'm probably one of those people. I'm pretty sure my credit.
Nah, your credit's probably all right. Yeah, you can get a phone. I can't even get a phone.
For now.
No, but let me just tell you. You're saying you help people pay the bill.
Yeah.
There's one on there, they ain't getting my money. Yeah?
Oh, so that's your choice.
No. I had a car, yeah? And I went away, right? And I've written them and said, yo, I'm in place. They said, okay, we've got the car. That car bill is still it's still there. They've took the car.
Okay.
They haven't taken nothing off.
Okay.
The bill for the car is on my credit score.
For the whole car?
Yeah, they've got the car. They know where I was. And they're saying they want
the money for the car.
Right.
So have you gone back to the company that took the car?
It's just a company. I just went and picked it. Like, like you get a loan, innit?
Yeah.
And then you go and pick a car. So it's not even where the showroom I got it from, innit? It's the company. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but that is still on my thing. So I'm beefing. Like, raw. You've got the car though.
So, but that's what I say. So what? When they're saying they want their money, like, would you get if you started paying it or tried to pay it? Would they give you the car or anything?
No.
So what's the bill for? Why do they want the money for the car?
That doesn't even make sense.
Exactly. But
so
it's
you just
on
go
my
seek
score.
some citizens' advice for you or some kind of advice. That's what you need to do, because if they have taken back the goods, but they still want you to pay for the goods, then that is not right.
Okay, cool. So all the letters I've been ignoring.
Yeah, you need to go and this is the problem.
Listen, I just put them in the bin.
No. You need to go and take care of your business because...
No, I don't suffer from anxiety, but if I look at them, I'll be like, oh, shit. Do you know what I mean? But I put them in the bin, they're gone.
Okay.
Beans on top of them and egg.
Yeah, no. If you want to change your life and turn your life around, to be able to start investing, because I really want to help people, young people, millennials like yourself, to start investing.
We'll do crypto.
Sorry? No, I don't do crypto. No. Before you get to crypto or anything like that, you need to get your financial education.
I don't want to do crypto.
Okay. You need to be financially educated, because I work with investors, but yet they don't have the financial education. So if they were to lose their investments, they wouldn't know how to manage their money, because I'm talking about personal finance, your day-to-day living.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know how to manage their money day to day. And this is the problem.
The little things like eat before you go out and
Absolutely.
shit.
All those type of things that I work with. And I don't, because the thing
No,
is,
they're big things, of course.
they're big things. I'll give you an overview of my life, yeah? So at one point in my life, let me just go back to financial education. So we wasn't taught it in schools. So therefore, a lot of people don't know how to manage their personal day-to-day living. And as a result, where have we learned it from? We've learned it from our home, we've learned it from our family, our culture, our friends, or our own personal financial experiences. And if it's not been positive, like we don't know what we're doing, we just spend money and when it's there and do whatever, then that causes a financial problem. Yeah? A lot of times we either have money, we have the famine and feast situation. So a feast situation is when you're making all this money, but then what happens when that money dried up and or you spent it all, then what do you do when you ain't got none? Do you know what I mean? And so it's teaching people how to manage their money, so to prepare for famine and feast, so that when you haven't got any money coming in, because you've been banking it and putting some down for when the feast the famine time comes, you're
still feasting.
You're still feasting. You're still living your life.
So all this stuff is just basically like say that mindset and discipline and stuff like that.
Absolutely. And that's what people ain't got. People don't think they've got no. If you don't respect your money will not respect you. What do I mean by that?
Money got no friends.
Absolutely. If you just spend it anyhow, you know,
it's not going to talk to you and say, "Hey, don't spend me, man.
Exactly.
You got a bill. The money's not going to talk to you."
Exactly.
It's just going to go to that next person.
Exactly. So for me, I learnt my money management practices from my parents, and thankfully, they was on point with their money. So my mum, they managed their money really well, but from two different perspectives. So for my mum, my parents had 6 children, and my dad was really frugal with his money, meaning that, you know, he was watching every single penny that he had and he knew where it was going. So he gave her a certain amount of money every week, and he wanted the best out of that money. So my mum had to make that money work. She had to pay the bills, she had to make sure we had food, and she had to buy our clothes. Now, my parents are from Jamaica, and my dad wanted hard food every day out of that money. And my mum would say, "Lord Jesus, me not have the money for hard food. I want to do this man." But regardless, you know, he was saying, "Me not care." He wants his hard food.
Buy livestock if you have to buy like
green banana, yam,
Yeah,
grow in
yam,
the garden.
tree.
Thank you. You understand?
Yeah.
Dashing banana and yam. And although my mum complained every day she gave him his dinner, and he had his like hard food separate on one plate and his meat and whatever on another plate. She made it work. She was so resourceful. She made it work. We lacked nothing. It felt like we had everything. But I know it couldn't have been easy for my mum. But she, you know, if you know how to make your money work, it will do whatever you want it to do.
Of course.
And so anyway, my dad now, on the other hand, he was on point with his money. So back in the 50s, my dad had 2 houses in Jamaica and a dry cleaners.
Yeah.
Then when they came to England in the mid 50s, he purchased the biggest house on the road in East London in Bow, because my dad's chest was high. So he was really on point with his money. And every day he used to be talking to us about teaching us one thing or another. And one thing I remember him saying to me is, "Norma, never ever rent a property." He said, because if you to rent a property for 25 years and not pay your rent 1 week, they will come and take away your property. They will come and take away your
keys.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, not even the property. Take away the keys.
Take away the keys. So, you know, that sowed a seed in my mind. And I said, what? That is never going to happen to me. So at the age of 21, I bought my first property. At the age of 24, I had my first child. At the age of 27, I had 3 children. A few years down the road, I became a single parent. I said, "Lord have his mercy, how am I going to manage?" And the thing is, I had 3 children at this time. I had a mortgage to pay because I bought my property at 21, and I had a car to run, all on a part-time salary. I said, only but the grace of God.
Hustle.
I'm telling you. No, but I had to make it work. My mum had, in my mind, I said, my mum had 6 children and she made it work. So I must make this work with 3 children. And I not only survived through that situation, although it was financially challenging, I thrived. And to the point here today, right in the here and now, I have a property portfolio. So I have properties and that nearly equate to 7 figures. And one of my properties are in Miami. So I'm planning to retire in the next few years to live bi-coastal between Miami and the UK.
So 6 months here, 6 months.
I made it work for me. And it wasn't because I had a lot of money. And with the little money I had, so at that time I was working in the bank, and I used to fly my children out every year. I was so resourceful with my money. I made every penny count because I knew where every penny was coming from. Do you know what I mean? I knew what I was doing. My brain felt like it was a calculator. I was calculating morning, noon, and night on every penny that I was spending. I had to write down where all my money was going, from mortgage payments to school dinner money. And that's the key. Knowing exactly what money you got coming in, what's going out, and where it's going. That is the key. People don't do that. They think I ain't got time. Young people, they ain't got time to budget.
So what about if you haven't, because obviously if you've got money coming in consistently, then that's kind of easier, innit? Like, what if your money comes in sporadically? Like, you can't guarantee you got the £1,000 coming in.
She's not for you
this month. Maybe next month it might be 800.
She's not for you. She's for you. I think you're more for someone with a steady income, but just don't know what to do with it.
Don't get me wrong. I might have had a steady income, but it was a small income.
No, of course. But you see, like someone with a sporadic income.
Well, that's talking about the famine and the feast. Okay, suppose you got 800 coming in this month. You say the next month you might not have nothing coming in.
Yeah.
So the key is to look at your outgoings, and that's what I do. I look at your outgoings to bring them down to its basic minimum. So regardless of what you got coming in and coming out, the money you got should be able to carry you through to the next month. So if you don't get no money the next month, that means you can just say you got £400 each month. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how you look at it.
Yeah.
It's about keeping your outgoings down to the basic. And once your outgoings are down to the basic, because you can do that. I mean, because I work with people on universal credit, you can manage that money. Are you saying sometimes you might not get money for a few months?
I mean, I'm just saying, it's just, it could just be up in the air. Some months could be good, some months could be bad.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. You got to, on an average, suppose you get £2,000 one month and you might not get no money for the next month. You've got to treat it like, I might not get no money for the next 2 months. So it's not £2,000. You split that between 3 months and let you manage that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not you work on that £2,000 and then you broke for the next 2 months. It doesn't go like that. Because what does that cause? Financial anxiety. It affects your mood, doesn't it? It affects you psychologically, and you can't function right.
But what a lot of people are still going through. Like the famine and feast. So say they have a famine and then they have a feast. They make a little money.
Yeah.
They will spend it like how they need.
They want to
it.
indulge.
They'll spend it how they'll need to, what they feel like, handle what they need to handle. Like, lazy, I gotta put this on that, I gotta do that. I need a washing machine. They'll do all these things. They'll treat themselves. The money will be low. They'll have a decision. They'll be at a crossroad. Because I've been there.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, now chill, put this away, or invest in a little rope. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or keep spending because I'm gonna make more. I know I am. I made this. You get this little, because you've done this and made this, and it was probably so quick and easy or what have you.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it again.
I can do it again. Yeah, exactly.
It's all down to mindset, but you can't think like that. And that's what I work with, your mindset psychologically to help you understand the psychology of money. Because when you're spending your money, there's 2 parts of the brain. I don't even go too deep in it. But just to give you an oversight, there's 2 parts of the brain that are in control. There's a part called the prefrontal cortex, which I call the responsible adult part of the brain. And there's a part called the limbic system. That's a part that wants excitement. It wants gratification right now. Do you know what I mean? It wants fun. It wants excitement. And so when you're in that situation, your brain's weighing up which part of your brain is going to dominate, which part of your brain is going to take control. And for most people, it's the limbic system because they want gratification. They want the Rolex, they want the Louboutins, they want the Fendi, they want this, they want everything now. Do you know what I mean? And there's a battle going on every day in your mind as to which one of the part of the brain is going to, do you know what I mean, take control. And once you understand that, you have to step back and think, hold on a minute, let me think about the decision I'm making. Because whatever the decision you make, there's a consequence.
Of course.
So if you want to blow it all off in one go, you're going to have to pay for that. Do you understand?
Do you know what it is? It's like, because like I said, we've all been in situations with money problems and stuff like that before. So let's just say I've had, I don't know, £500. And I don't know where my next money's coming from. But I know I've got that 5 bills. But I've made it stretch and made it work, whether it be for the month, 6 weeks, whatever it may be. I've made it stretch. I know this is my money here. I've made it stretch. I've made it work. And I've got everything I've needed, sorted myself out, my bills are paid, whatever. But then, you might get 2 racks. And for some reason, now you got the money, like it's gone, like it goes. And it's like, how can this just go? But I made 5 bills stretch.
Yeah, because you become resourceful. It's like what Norma was saying, you become resourceful. You've got what she's saying, we've got it, but then there's two parts of the brain, innit?
So when I
That's
got the big
that's-
piece, the
that's-
other part kicked in.
Yes.
I said,
Yes,
Uh,
and you have to talk to the other side of the brain that's trying to take control, to dominate you, to make the wrong decision. Do you understand? If you used your prefrontal cortex, a responsible part of the brain, to make that last for however long and pay everything you needed, then that's a part of the brain that needs to keep functioning until you get to a place where you can get some stability with your money.
But don't you think that stuff, all of it, and it's just easier when you've got a plan? Like having money is money. Money comes, money goes, whatever.
Yeah.
But when you've got a plan or something that you're working towards, like you're saying, investments or whatever, then it's easier then. Because when you ain't got no plan and it's just the money, then it's like, if you ain't got no plan to do nothing or to invest nothing, it's like, what are you saving for anyway?
No, you don't need to
You know what I'm
save
saying?
If you've got no plan, but you still got to live. Yeah, so that's your plan. Making sure your money is lasting you for between the famine and the feast. That is your plan. You will always have a plan.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be an investment, but it has to be, okay, this month I've got money, I might not have money next month. I have to make a plan. I have to split the money between 2 months and make it work for me. That is your plan.
When you're putting
You
down
always
money
have
for
a plan.
Christmas or putting down money for a birthday or for the
Absolutely,
picnic them or
you've
something.
always got to have. You've always got to be working towards your budget, and within the budget, I factor in an emergency fund. So if something just happens out of the blue, that's in there. Something to save. And I've worked with people on universal credit, and if they can do it, anybody can do it. It's mindset. It's really your mindset. Do you know what I mean?
Shout out the creditors.
I'm telling you, it's really a mindset. And the reason why I've called my project Think Like a Bank, because as I said, I worked in a bank for over 20 years. And I saw how much money they made from people like yourself and me in interest and charges. They're my damn teeth. It's almost like borderline fraud. Seriously, the amount of interest they charge people. And I sat down one day and I said, actually, I can do what banks are doing for myself. I can beat banks at their own game, and that's what I do to this day. And that's what Think Like a Bank is all about. Because my credit is good, I've had to work to get to that place, and I will help everybody that I work with get to a decent place where they can get 0%. A 0% credit card. It might take time. The worse your credit is, the longer it will take. But believe me, trust me, when I tell you I can 99% guarantee you to get your credit up and running.
So what you say, you're done with the bank, so your money's in the shoebox and thing?
No. Beating banks at their own game. I use their money to live my lifestyle. So because I've got 0% credit, I will buy whatever I need to buy using the bank's money, yeah? I've still got my financial plan, which includes my budget, my emergency fund, what I want to invest in, all the rest of it. I'm not touching that. I'm using their money to live my lifestyle. And because it's a 0% card, you have like 24 months or 36 months, 2 years or 3 years to pay it off. I'll pay it off in my leisure. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not paying no interest on the money I use from them. I'm getting what I want and I take my time to pay it off. That is how I live my life. And the money that I want to save, that's what I would use to invest.
I live like celebrity. I live like celebrity.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, for me now, if I want to buy like a high-end bag, I won't buy it from the shop. For example, I was going to Bali one time and I went in Selfridges and I saw a bag that I wanted to get. And then I thought to the response...
How much?
Sorry?
How much is it?
At that time, that bag was $2,500.
Jesus, please.
So, yes, I was in Selfridges and I saw the bag and then my brain started to kick in, the limbic system and the reason. It's like, you want to get it now, the bag looks sweet, it looked pretty, you know what I mean? I wanted to buy it.
Yeah.
But then the responsible side of the brain kicked in and I thought to myself, hold on, I'm flying out. Let me check at the airport. Yeah, right. Let me check at the airport to see how much the bag is. When I checked at the airport, the bag was £500 cheaper.
See it there.
Paid for the bag, got to the airport. I saw I'm £500 better off.
Yeah, 100%.
What did I do with that £500? I took, because I fly out like 3, 4, 5 times a year.
Yeah.
And I use all these websites that do really good deals to fly out on holiday because I'm living my life just like a celebrity, even though I can live it on a budget. Do you know what I mean? I'm having the same quality of life. So what I did was I went on one of them websites. I found an all-inclusive 4-star holiday to Morocco for £199. I had £300 left out of the £500 I saved. What did I do with that? I took that £300 and made an overpayment on one of my mortgages. So I've bought a a Chanel bag, I've got a holiday, and I've made paid some money on my investment. That's what I talk about, maximising my money. And this is how I will teach you how to live. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I eat out all the time at the top restaurants like the Hilton in Mayfair or the Waldorf in the Strand, all on a budget because they're all on these deals. Do you know? Nobody knows you got in on a budget. Do you know what I mean? You're sitting next to somebody that's paid.
Well, you pull out a voucher in there.
No, you do it all online.
Oh, I thought you meant bang out the luncheon voucher.
No, man, you have to come with some class.
I think
do you know what I mean? Do you understand what I'm saying?
I've seen some of them things though, them apps, them sites. And they give you 50% off this or 8% off the whole bill, 20% off the alcohol.
How do you get it then?
You just
anyone can get them. You can just sign up for them things.
It's all in my book.
And it's all nice restaurants and proper things. It's not like no idiot things.
Absolutely.
So, don't tell
I'm
my
showing
date.
you. Don't
tell your date. Don't tell her. You don't need to. None of her business.
She won't know.
Ain't none of her business. Book it up on the thing. And,
Absolutely. I mean, they've got spas on there and everything. So that's what I'm saying. I travel, I'm flying out left, right and centre. Nobody needs to know that you're flying out on a budget. When you sit next to somebody on a plane, who knows how much you paid for your ticket? Do you know what I mean? So it's about, as I said, it's not working hard. It's thinking smart, letting your money work for you. Knowing what to do. And as I said, the financial education that I teach you that we didn't get in schools, that is where you need to start. How can celebrities that are up there that are earning all that money go bankrupt? They ain't got they haven't got the financial education. So every celebrity or people out there, a roadman who or whoever he is, with the dripping in the gold and the Fendi and all the rest of it, they've got no financial education. So they're just living that lifestyle. And then when it's done, they're broke. Then they, I'm seeing all these, because I work in Harley Street. I'm not sure if everybody knows about Harley Street. It's the renowned medical district of the world. Yeah. So it's where all the rich and famous come to get any medical procedure. Absolutely. From psychotherapy to plastic surgery, the Queen will come to Harley Street. So in my consulting room, I work with directors, barristers, top barristers that are called silks that are earning like 350k a year. Do you know what I mean? They're experts in their field. Do you know what I mean? They know what they're doing, but when it comes to money, they ain't got a clue. And it's all down to the financial education.
Because they're getting so much in.
Absolutely, but they wasn't taught. Do you understand? The key of it is a financial education which they haven't got, which they lack, which everybody's lacking. And this is what me and my team do. We will teach you the financial, because that's a foundation of your finances. Whether you're bringing in 300 a month or $3,000 a month, you need this financial education. And I want to reach out to as many millennials, especially millennials of colour, because I'm a woman of colour. And for some reason, I don't know what it is.
Black people,
we're so disjointed why we can't work together and build something. And we need professionals like myself to step up to the game to help these young people out there, to give them a chance.
That's wicked, man.
Yeah, no, that's serious. I think I'm gonna sign up because.
Definitely.
Yeah, I need to.
Let me work with you. Do you know what I mean? I want to work with you to help you sort. It's not your business to think, my money's in such a terrible state or I haven't got much or whatever. That is not for you to worry about. That is for us to work with you to sort that out for you. Oh.
I'm going to work on that, what you told me about that car thing.
Yeah.
Then let me just handle that bad them up on my own right now. And then I'll come. I'm going to, because you give me the confidence. My mum was just like, just pay them.
No.
So well, I ain't got the car.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? I was saying, get the car. I didn't want the car, but just get the car, shop the car. The car would have been worth about 7 or something, 6, 7. And then I would have owed them 3, and I don't mind. And you know what I mean, innit?
Yeah.
But there's nothing. Just the spare key. Just it.
No, they think you're stupid. No, they must think you're stupid. How dare they? Do you know what I mean? No, you need to go and sort it out.
All right, cool, wicked.
And that's the advice I would give people. You can't just leave it and just throw the letters in the bin. That's crazy. Because if you want to, would you like to be a property owner?
Of course. Of course, that's the aim.
Right.
But yeah, it's the aim. But you know what? I don't pressure myself.
No, you don't need to pressure yourself.
I mean, in due time, man.
Absolutely. And it's about starting somewhere and working towards something. Do you know what I mean? You've got to start somewhere. It may not be in London, but like I said, I bought it was a house for 55,000. I love a bargain like the next woman, yeah? I got it for 50. I negotiated and got it for 51,000. And so to buy a buy-to-let, you need to have a 25% deposit. So the 25% of the 51,000 worked out to nearly 13 grand. So I was able to put that down. And so my mortgage repayments are like £274 a month. But
It's
because
expensive phone bill, really, isn't it? Realistically.
Thank you. But because I'm renting it out, because my mortgage program is called Think Like a Bank, Set It and Forget It mortgage. I will help you to set it up so you can sit back and forget it, because it's an investment, it's a buy to let, you've got tenants in there paying your rent. So you've set it up, you've paid to set it up, then you just sit back and they're paying for your property. Because that's what's happening.
Where's that up north, that one?
Yeah, man. I mean, that's why I want us to do this. And for me, it's not about buying something brought down that you got to go and fit. No. The properties that I'm working with are properties that are ready to move in.
Yeah, ready to go.
Ready to go.
50 bags.
I'm telling you, that's
up north,
easy.
it's up north,
It's easy to do. Do you know what I
100.
mean?
Like Liverpool, Manchester, Preston.
Middlesbrough.
Oh, you got that far.
Yeah. But I mean,
That's
that is so
cheap,
lovely.
cheap,
Thank you.
55 grand in Middlesbrough's like 100.
Right. If you can pick that up and put that down East
100.
London, it'll be a lot of money.
100,
but do you know what I mean? My house in Miami, I mean, I've only paid the mortgage about twice. And apart from that, it's been paying for itself. And that's when it's paid
It's
off.
like Airbnb and things like that.
What do you mean?
Oh.
You know, my chest high. It's in a gated community
Sorry.
with swimming
Sorry,
pool
man.
and golf courses and clubhouses,
Alright.
and you know, it's one of it's.
What do you do? Holiday lease or no?
No. So it's because it's a gated community. It's equivalent to our Chelsea here. So for anybody to rent it out, they have to be vetted and it has to go through the board and so you got proper decent working people in there. Do you know what I mean? And so no, it's paying for itself. It's literally paying for itself.
You got tenant in there.
Yeah. And it's like year leases. This is what I want to do to help people, because it ain't about you killing out yourself to try and pay these. No. It's an investment. Once you buy it in the right area, it's all about, and that's what I teach people, to make sure they're investing properly, that it'll just pay for itself. You just sit back. It's called passive income.
2 now.
So
Need
obviously,
a little change. Boom. May have it. Yo, zoom.
so obviously there's bare people that might be thinking, I can't, like, obviously that's not my
Absolutely.
options, because I can't afford no yard. I can't afford this or whatever like that. But obviously you're saying from
She
the
build you from
you can
the
build
Yes.
out from the jump
Yeah.
to the dunk, to sort your credit out,
Absolutely.
to get your savings in order.
Absolutely.
And sometimes it might be a long-term plan. It could take you 2, 3, 4
Yeah.
years to get it together, but at least you know what you're working towards.
Absolutely. And once you get that financial education, you'll be able to juggle your money. You see, like you say, like you got £500 and you worked it, and it worked for a month or 2 months or 6 weeks, and it paid your bills, and then you got a chunk of money, and then you just spent that all off. Once you get that financial education, you'll never go back to living like that. Never again. Me and my team will financially transform your life forever.
How much this course costs?
The boot camp that I'm doing. All right,
No,
see.
because
so,
if I'm going to sign up, I need to know
okay.
what I'm getting myself into.
Yeah.
You get
I'm
me?
assuming if I can haggle.
Okay. so here's the thing. I'm gonna just explain a little thing. So we need to invest in ourselves, yeah? As black people, we need to invest in ourselves.
Of course.
We can invest in everything, Fendi and whatever. That's external. The real transformation comes when we invest internally. So people like Oprah Winfrey, these business tycoons, Richard Branson, Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Yeah.
They have mentors and coaches that they're investing in them all the time. They're paying thousands of pounds for them. My boot camp, which is going to take place at Arley Street, where the rich and famous go, I'm bringing people to where the rich and I'm going to start you off on the right foot in the right environment. Do you understand? So my boot camp is, I'm doing it for a limited time for half price, which was $997. I'm doing it for $497. And I'm telling you, I will find you. You might think, Norma, boy, you're talking about
That's
money.
like £1,000.
It was £1,000. I'm doing it for $497.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, you're probably thinking, where am I going to get that money from? You're talking about trying to save money. I will find that money in your money.
Yeah.
I don't care what money you got coming in, because it's not about the money. It's about the mindset and about setting out a financial plan for you.
Of course.
I will find that money. In fact, when I finish working with you, you will say, Norma, boy, this is worth much more. Because the nuggets, because I'm not only, as I said, a psychotherapist, I'm a money management consultant. I'm a life coach. Do you understand? So I'm using all my skills to get you, your mindset ready, your money ready, the financial.
Everything
You will
ready.
never be in the position you're in right now. And I want to reach out to as many millennials. For those who think there's no hope, I can never get on the property ladder, you need to come and see me and my team.
That's sensational stuff.
No behaviour. Boss or no?
100%. You have to sign up.
How to rob a bank.
I just think like,
sorry.
you're me.
Sorry.
You see what that mindset is?
Drop, man. Now, think like a bank.
So, we're gonna put all the information in the link. You get me? You let them know. If you want to go any socials or anything you want to shout out where people can follow you and find you, or any websites.
Like a bank Instagram, and I am going to be starting a YouTube channel. I'm turning my book into an online course because I mean, you know, like
COVID and everything.
Absolutely, but I mean, for this boot camp, I personally want to deliver it because I want to give you that one-to-one experience with me.
Do it on FaceTime for 100 quid.
No, I can't do it on FaceTime because it's going to be a whole day. You need to spend a whole day with me. And you might think that's long. But let me tell you, if you want to financially transform your life forever, what is a day?
So the boot camp, the whole thing, you pay for it and it's one day.
One whole day with me and my team.
And by the end of the day,
you will be starting your financial journey of financial transformation. So we would have set you up. So you got your detailed budget, a financial plan, a credit cost score strategy, everything you need to start your journey. Everything you need to start your journey. And within 6 weeks after the boot camp, you will start seeing a difference in your finances. 100%.
That's a guarantee.
Guarantee. Nobody will leave me and my team without reaching their desired goal.
When's the cut-off point for this? When?
I'm just sorting out dates because of COVID. So I'm hoping that the boot camp will take place on the 12th of June. It's not even something that you might need. It's something that you need. We are in an economic crisis. And things, financial stability isn't a thing right now. Everything's up in the air. Do you know what I mean? So what I want to help you do, whether you're workers, for black people now, the pressure for them to be millennials to be entrepreneurs, for them to be CEOs. Let me tell you, when you start working with me, because I mean, investments can be stocks and shares, properties and crypto and all the rest of it. My focus in investments is properties. So once I start helping you to start bagging some properties, straight away you're an entrepreneur. Yeah, because you're an investor.
Yeah,
you are a business person. You will be self-employed, and you are an entrepreneur. That's you. You got your own company there.
Yeah,
straight away.
What's the powers?
It's definitely something.
Bricks and mortar, my mum always
Absolutely.
said. Bricks and mortar.
It's definitely something I'm gonna look into. That was very insightful.
That was a good one.
Anybody out there, look, you know what your money situation is saying. If you want to make the change today, then I think Norma's the woman for you. I think it's definitely worth looking into. You know what I'm trying to say? That it's 100%. Everybody knows their personal situation, what they're making, what they've got, whatever. But if you want to be in a better situation regarding your money, it's definitely something to look into. Where can we find the book?
On Amazon. It's on Amazon. I'll give you the link for the book.
Yeah, give me all the information.
Yeah.
I'll make
All
sure
the
it's
link
all in the
will
bio.
be, all the links will be in the below.
Yeah, below.
And for people that sign up by the end of next week for the boot camp, I'm offering a free consultation, which is worth £150. That's just to preempt you before you get to the boot camp. And there'll be a few more things that I'll be chucking in as well.
Okay.
I mean, I know because it's going to be like small and intimate, the people that I'm going to be working with, because I want to make sure I give you what you want. I don't want you to come to the boot camp and leave and you ain't got what you need. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's going to be a small, intimate group, and I'll probably have to do a few to manage the demand that I'm going to get. But for you to get what you need, it's going to be a small, intimate group. And within that day, I'll be giving everybody a one-to-one consultation within that day as well. So, there's so much content, there's so much nuggets that I'll be sharing with you. It's just phenomenal. I can't wait to work with you.
No, that was great. Well, there you have it. That was a No Behaviour public service announcement. And our announcement today is get your money right.
Get your bread up.
Get your bread up. You get me? Sort that credit rating out. Get on the property ladder.
Pay those bills.
Pay those bills, more importantly. It's not everyday drip, Fendi. I mean, I know I see the Hermes belt and Loonz. Well, yeah, I mean, it's doing it. It's doing something right. You know what I'm saying? Doing something right. So, yeah, I want lubes and Hermes belts as well. So,
High heels.
The spiky boot joints you can do. You don't have to, stop the foolishness, man. What's wrong with this guy, man? Norma, thank you for coming on and sharing your story with us.
Brilliant.
Hope people reach out to you.
Thank you.
Hope you can help a lot of people. And hope you can help me get on that property ladder as
100%.
well. Because it's definitely something I want to look into. Us. Yeah, first yard we could buy together.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, yeah, for real. Forget it then.
No way.
Forget him. Just me then.
Yeah,
It's fine.
sure.
It's just me then. But anything else you want to say quickly before we go?
No, I just want to say it is a win-win situation because you will win once you do the boot camp because, as I said, your finances will be financially transformed, and I will win because I'll be making a difference in your life.
Brilliant.
And I just want to leave you with a quote from Nelson Mandela.
Mhm.
Nelson Mandela says, "He never loses. He either wins or learns."
All right then.
No else around here.
No. There's L's, but learn.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah,
The L's not losses.
yeah.
It's learn.
Learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get me? See, when you learn and you can take the L off, then you earn.
Yes.
That's a quote from
Yeah.
Margs. You get what I'm saying?
I might have to use that one.
Take the L off it and earn.
Brent's thinking that's sensational. He's thinking, why am I not thinking that myself?
That's been the bat, man.
No one ain't said that, I
Nah,
don't
I'm
think.
going, man.
No one in the history of
Thank
the
you very
world
much.
has ever said that, bro.
Man.
Anyway, listen. Look out for the next PSA, man. Love. Thank you so much, Norms.
You're welcome.
Lovely.
God
Brilliant.
bless. Bye.
All right, cool.